All right, let's get right into it. For anyone who spent real time on the plates, you just know. There are certain moments that test you, that define your entire career. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of those moments. We're drawing from a fantastic article by Chief Engineer Daniel G. Teleowaka over on chiefengineerlog.com. It's about that 1 second, when the entire world just stops. You feel that quote in your soul, don't you? It's not just noise down there. It's the baseline. It's the thrum of life. It's that constant vibration coming up through the deck plates that tells you everything is okay. It becomes the pulse of your own life out there. You get so used to it, you don't even really hear it anymore. It's just there. Yeah, it's just there. Until the moment it disappears. And in that single instant, everything you thought you knew is gone. Look, the first thing that hits you isn't an alarm. It's this silence, a deep, profound absence of everything. The vibration in your boots just stops. The roar from the stack just dies. And that silence, I'm telling you, it is the loudest, most terrifying sound you will ever hear at sea. It's a gut punch that tells you something is profoundly wrong before any computer screen can. And that quiet, it doesn't last long. Not at all. The atmosphere flips on a dime, from dead silence to pure, uncut chaos. Every engineer watching this knows that what happens in the next 10 minutes, man, that can be the difference between a quick recovery and a very, very bad day at the office.
The alarm screen just explodes. It's a Christmas tree from hell. You're not looking at one or two things, you're looking at 50 active alarms. It's a waterfall of critical information, and it's all screaming for your attention at the exact same time. Your brain just can't process it all.
Oh yeah, and you can set your watch by it. The prop hasn't even stopped turning, and that phone is already ringing. It's always the bridge. What's our status, Chief? They want answers you couldn't possibly have yet. The pressure from upstairs is immediate and it is relentless. But then you hear it. You hear them before you see them. Heavy boots on the ladderways. The whole team, coming from every corner of the engine room, and they're all converging on the ECR. There's a real urgency in that sound. But it's also the sound of your crew, your people, coming together to face the storm. Now, in the middle of that storm, your gut, your instinct is screaming at you to start troubleshooting, to find the why. But experience teaches you something different. Your first job isn't to be a mechanic. It's to be a leader. It's to bring order to that chaos. So before you even think about the main engine, you secure the vessel. And this is the rule. Stabilize first. It's an automatic checklist. Number 1, steering gear. Do we have power to the rudders? Can we steer? Then auxiliary power. Are the generators holding, or are we about to go into a full blackout? Next, where are we? What's our position? What's the traffic? Where are we drifting? And finally, the big stuff. Are we on fire? Are we flooding? You see, the safety of the ship and every soul on it comes way before any diagnosis. And that right there is the absolute truth. Panic doesn't fix a thing. You fall back on your training, on the procedures. For everyone watching this right now, Daniel talks about this exact dynamic on chiefengineerlog.com. It is mandatory reading for any engineer. Seriously. Exactly. So while your second atmostate is trying to make sense of that wall of alarms, you're on the phone with the bridge. And here's the crucial part. You project calm authority. We are investigating. The situation is stable. I will update you in 5 minutes. A sentence like that sentence buys your team the time and, more importantly, the mental space they desperately need to actually solve the problem without someone breathing down their necks. So, okay, the situation is stable. The ship isn't sinking. Now the real work begins. And you're not just fixing a machine at this point. You're hunting for a ghost. You're searching for one single, tiny fault in a system with thousands of places it could be hiding. And 9 times out of 10, it's not some massive mechanical failure, is it? The engine itself is usually fine. It's the automation doing its job, protecting the engine from itself. Exactly. It could be a $50 sensor giving a bad reading, a momentary drop in control air pressure, or, like you see here, a little solenoid valve in the fuel system that's decided to stick. The machine's brain has decided to protect its heart. Your job is to figure out why. This right here, this is the gospel. Every single engineer learns this on day 1. But I'm telling you, in the heat of the moment, with the pressure building, it's the hardest rule in the book to follow. Trying to restart blindly is how you turn a small sensor issue into a cracked liner or a wiped out bearing. You find the cause, no exceptions, period.
And then it happens. Usually when you're at your wit's end, the second or the third finds it. A clogged filter, a loose wire, a faulty signal. And the second he calls out, "I've got it," the entire atmosphere in the ECR just changes. It snaps. The tension breaks. The ghost finally has a name, and now you have a plan. That restart sequence, man, there's nothing like it. You're not just pushing a button. You are listening, you are feeling, waiting for that first kick of combustion. And when that familiar, beautiful 90 RPM vibration starts to build back up through the plates, well, that's the best feeling in the world. The whole ship takes a collective sigh of relief. The heartbeat is back.
And this quote just brilliantly nails the core of it all, doesn't it? In that moment of crisis, when that ship is dead in the water, the solution doesn't come from a software update or a phone call to some office on shore. It comes from the experience, the skill, and the guts of the men and women standing right there in the engine room. That's it. That is the fundamental truth of our profession. We can talk about logistics and cargo and schedules all day long, but none of it, not a single bit of it, matters if that propeller isn't turning. That's on us. When that engine goes silent, the entire world is waiting for an engineer to bring it back to life. And that's why preparation is everything. Good maintenance, solid procedures, and a team that trusts each other. That's what makes the difference. If you want to build a safer engine room and become a better leader, you need to follow Daniel's work. Go to chiefengineerlog.com right now, read the full articles, and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.